I'm David, the CEO of iDoRecall. I was a lifelong mediocre student until my second year of college when I started using some of the same techniques which are backed by science and embodied in iDoRecall. I got straight A's from there on out, and then I went to medical school where I graduated number one in my class. Let's take you now on a brief 50,000-foot view tour of the app. Here it is seen on a computer, but iDoRecall now also works on web browsers on both computers and mobile devices. There's no need to download an app from an app store. I want to draw your attention to this question mark on the sidebar. Clicking it will take you to the Learn IDR page inside the app. On this page, you'll find helpful videos, and you can download the latest copy of the iDoRecall Quick Start Guide. Our most exciting new feature is classes. Teachers can now create classes for their students in iDoRecall, and students can create their own version of classes that function as study groups where they can collaborate, sharing flashcards and learning files with their classmates. But first we need to cover some of the basics before we get into a deeper discussion of classes. Here we are in the Recalls section of the app. We call our flashcards recalls, and that's how I'll refer to them from now on. Click one of the recalls I've created. Here I can edit it. This rich text editing toolbar enables you to format the question and answer text. I'll show you a few more of my recalls. You can add images using the toolbar and even include scientific formulae. You have the ability to organize your recalls into collections by using tags. With a tag search, you can easily locate all of the recalls for one of your classes and then go practice them. You can also paste a URL here, and when you practice your recalls, you can click this link in the source field to open the relevant web page if you want to refresh your memory. There may be times when you want to import flashcards from other sources such as Quizlet and Anki. To do that, click here. We have a video in the Learn IDR page which will show you how to do this. Recalls have some superpowers. First, they are spaced repetition flashcards and use the proven cognitive science principle that retrieval practice spaced over time is the best tactic for building robust recall ability of the concepts and facts that you want to remember. Now we're in the library section. What really makes iDoRecall unique is that you can upload your learning materials into the app, and as you read your materials or even watch a video inside the app, as you come across those nuggets of knowledge that you want to remember, you can click to create a recall that'll be linked to that very spot in your materials. Then when you practice your recalls, if you struggle with an answer, you can click to see the source at the exact spot where you created the recall, quickly refresh your memory, and then get back to your practice session. After you review the answer to a recall, you must rate your performance. 5 stars means that you had perfect, easy recall. If you completely forgot the answer, give yourself 1 star. Be sure to use the full range of stars in your self-assessments. The iDoRecall spaced repetition algorithm will use your rating and calculate when to show you the recall again. Every day, iDoRecall is automatically going to show you the small subset of your recalls that you're close to forgetting. We're back here in your library. Click to upload files, such as Word files of your class notes, photos of your class notes, PDFs, your professor's PowerPoint slides, screen grabs of web pages, and pages from ebooks. Once you have finished a single reading of your file, where you've created all the necessary recalls for the key concepts and facts, you'll never have to read that file again. Instead, you'll practice memory retrieval of its recalls. To view a file, click it here in the list. The document will open in our viewer. Let me draw your attention to the toolbar at the top of the viewer. It has many useful tools. The most important of these are these 3 colorized tools for creating the recalls that will be linked to specific locations in your file. You can change the file's view to fit the width, and you can go nearly full screen for easy reading. Many teachers and professors publish their lectures on YouTube, Vimeo, and other sites. iDoRecall enables you to get a share link for a video and add it to your library here. When you watch a video in the app, you can create recalls that will be linked to a specific time code within the video. When you practice a recall with a source link to the video, if you forget the answer, you can just click the link and be taken to 10 seconds before the exact time in the video where you first learned the relevant concept or fact. Now that you understand the basic functions of iDoRecall, let's briefly discuss the hottest new feature, the ability to collaborate and work with others. Teachers can create a class, add content to the class's library, and recalls to the class's recall collection. They can then invite their students to join the class by sharing this link. A study group is just a use case of the class feature where a student creates the class instead of a teacher and invites their fellow classmates. Together, in either scenario, the class creator can share recalls and learning files with the invitees and even elect to permit the members of the class to contribute content as well. Then members can clone copies of the content that they want to use in their personal accounts. It's a fantastic way to collaborate together. In the near future, we will even offer class chat. There is a detailed video about classes on the Learn IDR page and a full discussion in the Quick Start Guide that you can download from that page. There are other videos that cover the full details of every aspect of the app. By using iDoRecall, you will create for yourself a central repository of all of your learning materials from your entire education, as well as their linked spaced repetition flashcards. iDoRecall will continue to quiz you and help you maintain your learnings long after you have aced your courses. I wish you success in your education and want to help you remember everything that you learn forever. Please click the support widget on our website or reach out to us at support@idorecall.com with your questions and suggestions. Thanks.